Welcome to Terrifying Tales, the channel dedicated to bringing you original horror stories. Werewolf night. Heavy rain cascaded between the buildings of the alley. The falling sheet cut through the beam of Detective Samuel Kane's torch. This was the third girl in 3 days. There was a sadistic killer on the loose in Lockwright. Sam knew, just like the others, there would be no evidence to find. He knew the girl slumped against the rough brick wall. Her name was Jennifer Bird, street name Sweet Dove. Sam had worked these streets for 15 years. Like the other girls, Sam knew Jennifer's story. No family, no education, forced into a life on the streets at a young age to survive. Despite her circumstances, Sam always found Jennifer quick to smile and see the good in life. Now, like the others, she sat lifeless, her chest cavity ripped apart, a look of terror etched on her face forever. Sam wouldn't need the coroner to tell him what he already knew. Like the others, Jennifer's heart would be missing. As the music pulsed through the alley, Sam knew the killer was growing bolder. The previous victims were hidden away, no chance of the killer being interrupted. Tonight the killer performed his sadistic attack in an alley beside the busiest nightclub in Lockwright. Anyone could have interrupted, but the killer did it anyway. The location did not surprise Sam. The nightclub was known as the Pit. The Pit sat in the centre of a 4-block radius of Lockwright known as the Row. Everyone on the street knew there was a killer in the Row. Finding victims alone would now prove difficult. The killer had no choice but to target the only place in the Row people would be after dark. "Hey Sam," Lisa said. Lisa Murray was the newest detective in Lockwright. Sam had drawn her as a partner, and the murders were her first case. Lisa was standing with Herman Douglas, a man of 50, who lived on the Lockwright streets for most of them. Herman stood shivering. His worn clothes did little to shield his frail body from the icy touch of the rain. "Hi Sam," Herman said. His face paled as his eyes fell on Jennifer's body. Sam switched the torch off. "What is it, Herman?" Lisa didn't wait for Herman to answer. "He says he saw who did it." Even without the light, Herman's eyes remained on the body. "Is that right, Herman?" Sam said, stepping between Herman and the body. Herman snapped out of his daze and found Sam's eyes. What? Yes, I did." A flash of adrenaline coursed through Sam, the type one feels before the start of the big game. "What can you tell me about the person?" Herman brought his hands to his face, unsure of what to say. "Take your time," Sam said. "It wasn't a person," Herman said. "I was tucked away in the doorway back there to try and keep dry." He pointed to the Pit's fire door further down the alley. "I heard people talking, then I heard the scream." "What do you mean it wasn't a person?" Sam said. Herman winced as Sam switched the torch on, shining the beam in his eyes. "It was dark. I couldn't see anything at first." Sam ran the torch beam over Herman's clothes and hands. "I crept along the alley and then I saw it." "Saw what?" Sam said. A hint of irritation crept into his voice. "It was like a wolf, but bigger. It was standing on 2 legs like we are." Herman could tell he wasn't being believed. "It was tearing at Jennifer's chest. I fell over trying to back away." "It looked at me, Sam." Tears filled Herman's eyes. I was so scared I couldn't move. Those eyes." Herman's body shook violently, from more than just the cold now. "I thought I was going to die. I closed my eyes. When I opened them, it was gone." Lisa rolled her eyes. "Sorry, Sam. I should have checked what he knew before I wasted your time." Sam pulled his wallet out of his pocket. "Get yourself something to eat and find a warm bed for the night, Herman." He handed the man some money. "Call me if you think of anything else." Herman grabbed the money. "Thanks, Sam," he said. Herman made for the street before turning back. "Be careful, Sam. I've lived out here for a long time. I've never seen anything like what I saw tonight." "What a Fruit Loop," Lisa muttered. I'm not so sure, Sam said. The wolf stuff, sure. But it could be an animal. Have you seen a man do anything like this before? He flicked the torch beam back to Jennifer's body. Her heart is missing like the others. Herman's not on drugs. His pupils reacted to the torchlight. He had no blood on his hands or clothes. Whatever did this would be covered in Jennifer's blood. Lisa's hands dropped to her hips. Do you really believe there's an animal running around Lockrite killing girls and no one else has seen it? I don't know what to believe, Sam said, but Herman's never lied to me before. Besides, what do you make of these? Sam's torch beam panned the wall of the alley, showing claw marks scaling the bricks above Jennifer's body. The rain showed no signs of stopping the next night. Sam and Lisa sat in the warmth of their unmarked car. The autopsies of all three girls were done. The cause of death for all three was the same. Homicide caused by massive trauma to the chest, removal of the heart, resulting in fatal blood loss. They'd found none of the victims' hearts. The row was only so big. Panic had taken hold of the area. Girls were reluctant to be out on the street, and after last night's murder, the pit wasn't open for business either. That left one potential target open for business. The Medina Apartments, or the Medina, as it was affectionately referred to by the locals. It was the area's budget hotel. This was no holiday accommodation. The Medina housed drug addicts, ladies of the night, and the fortunate homeless who'd scrounged enough money together for one night in a warm bed. The killer had struck 3 nights running, and showed no signs of changing his hunting ground. With options limited, Sam guessed the killer would target his next victim at the budget hotel. Do you really think he'll be stupid enough to come here tonight? Lisa asked. Sam took a swig of the bitter gas station coffee resting in the cup holder. Well, if I were him, this is where I'd go. Lisa let out a sigh. I think we're wasting our time. I feel useless sitting here doing nothing. Sam couldn't help but smile. Lisa reminded him of himself many years ago. He never wanted to sit still. He always wanted to catch the bad guy. Patience was a learned skill. Sam knew Lisa would figure that out on her own eventually. Who do we have here? Sam whispered. Through the sheets of falling rain, a man in a business suit wandered toward the Medina, his arm draped around the shoulder of one of the street girls. Lisa's eyes found the couple. Looks like a rich guy looking to slum it for the night to me, she said. The couple wandered past the front doors of the Medina and turned into the alley beside the building. Maybe not, Sam said. He jumped from the vehicle and drew his pistol. He held it toward the ground beside his leg. Lisa followed his lead and hurried behind toward the alley. Sam broke into a sprint as the high-pitched scream carried over the falling rain. The girl's body lay lifeless in the centre of the alley. A pool of blood expanded around her on the rain-soaked ground. Broken glass rained down from above. The shadow leapt from the fire escape through the broken window. I'll go through the front, Lisa shouted, sprinting to the front of the building. 4th floor, Sam shouted to her back as he climbed the fire escape. Screams carried down from above as he climbed. With his pistol drawn in front of him, he climbed through the window. A dull red glow filled the 4th floor corridor. The fluorescents and walls were painted with blood. The doors of the rooms were splintered and torn to shreds. The centrepiece of the macabre scene was the bodies lining the floor in various states of mutilation. Lisa appeared at the opposite end of the corridor. Her eyes grew wide as she took in the terrifying scene. Sam gained her attention and motioned to the doorways lining the corridor. Lisa nodded and entered the first one. Sam started at the other end. Even a seasoned detective like Sam wasn't prepared for what was waiting in the first room. A pool of blood large enough to sink on the mattress surrounding what remained of the person lying there. There wasn't enough left to determine if it was a man or a woman. Sam cleared the bathroom and headed back toward the corridor. The howl shook the walls. Gunshots followed. Sam made it back to the corridor in time to see Lisa ragdolled from the room into the corridor. Her limp body hit the wall and slid down. Sam sprinted along the corridor. Lisa's face had been torn away. He checked for a pulse. She was dead. Sam entered the room. Black fur covered its body, soaked in blood head to toe. Razor-sharp claws extended from its fingertips. The lengthened jaw drooled as it curled into a snarl, revealing razor-sharp teeth to match the claws. The rage-filled eyes did not blink as they found Sam. Before Sam could react, the claws tore his chest, sending him backwards. From the ground, Sam drew down and fired. The beast let out a growl of frustration as the bullets tore through its chest. The beast smashed through the room's window. Sam picked himself up and peered outside into the alley below. Sound above gained his attention. He looked up to see the beast climb onto the roof. Burning pain filled Sam's chest from the wound as he sprinted up the stairs. He kicked the door open. The curtain of rain made it impossible to see more than a few feet in front of him on the roof. But Sam knew it was still here. Over the rain he could hear the beast breathing, circling him, hunting. Claws tore through the back of his leg, forcing Sam to one knee. He turned and fired again. The wind left his body as the beast landed on top of him. The cement roof tore at the skin on the back of Sam's head as the beast pushed hard. Its claws bore into Sam's shoulders. Sam struggled to free himself. The beast seemed to enjoy that. Its jaw appeared to smile before opening wide. The stench engulfed Sam as the hot breath filled his nostrils. Saliva drooled down as the beast toyed with Sam, its jaw wide, slowly descending towards his face. With all the strength that remained, Sam tilted his wrist and emptied the pistol into the beast's stomach. A deafening howl of pain filled Sam's ears as the weight lifted from his body. The beast staggered backward, disappearing into the curtain of rain. Sam struggled to his feet and limped after the beast. On the opposite side of the roof, Sam didn't find the beast. He found a dead man, clutching the bullet wounds in his stomach. If you like what you heard, please like and share the video. Please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. And remember, the dark plays tricks on our minds, but sometimes it's not a trick at all. Sometimes there really is something evil lurking there.